Scott, you probably notice that when you stutter, there's tension in different areas of your throat or your tongue or jaw, depending on the words you stutter on.
Yes. Sometimes it's down here. Sometimes it's in my jaw. It depends. It's not always in the same place.
Okay. As you know, there are different systems in your body that are required for producing speech. And the tension that you feel is a part of stuttering that everyone who stutters will experience. And sometimes, do you feel that if you're stuttering on one word, you'll also stutter on the next one?
Yes, I get nervous.
What other times do you feel the tension? What other times do you feel that it happens?
Sometimes I'll stutter on a word, and then I'm scared that it'll happen again on the next word. So I get tense and nervous. Also, sometimes when I stutter, I feel like I'm not in control of how I want to talk, and it makes me stutter even more. I get nervous and anxious.
Okay, all of these feelings are not unusual. These are all the things that we can work on by teaching you how to stutter more easily. Doesn't mean you won't stutter, but what it does mean is that you'll be able to say the words with less tension. We're going to start with a technique called cancellation, and it's a technique that will help you stutter more easily by reducing the tension. It's a method that you'll use after the moment of stuttering, and I'll show you how to do it in a minute, and then we'll practice.
Okay.
I also wanted to ask you, what are some speaking situations that you find difficult?
I don't like to talk on the phone. I get really nervous. It feels like because I'm stuttering, the person on the other end will get impatient with me and not want to talk to me. And I have to make phone calls for my job too.
Okay, yes, I can see how that would be intimidating and difficult for you to do, but we're going to practice that too. So hopefully by using some of these techniques, you'll be even more comfortable talking to people on the phone.
Yes, I would really like to be able to talk on the phone more easily.
Okay, so now I have an idea of the things we need to focus on. So let's start with the cancellation technique. Like I said, it's not going to prevent the stutter, but it'll help you stutter more easily. So you'll be using it after you stutter on a word. Basically what you'll do is finish saying the word that you're stuttering on, then you'll pause for a couple of seconds, and then try to say the word again in a slower, easier way. Let me show you. We'll start with the words here in the workbook.
Okay.
Talking. Talking. Do you see how I released some of the tension?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, I still stuttered, but it was easier because I released some of the tension in my tongue. Now you try it.
Talking. Talking.
Good. Where'd you feel that tension initially?
In my tongue, behind my upper front teeth.
Okay, and when you released that tension, you were able to say it much more easily. Okay, now why don't we go ahead and try the next word on your own?
Attitude.
Okay, so where do you feel the tension there?
Here in my throat.
Okay, so at your vocal folds, so good. Now say it again, pause, and try to release some of that tension there in the throat.
Okay. Attitude. Attitude.
That was great. Should we go on to reading some paragraphs now and using the cancellation technique?
Yeah, let's try that.
All right, so there's some paragraphs we can read here on page 60 in the workbook. Do you want me to do it first, or do you just want to go for it?
I'll try it on my own.
Okay, great. Just remember to pause after you stutter on a word.
About 8 weeks ago, My Uncle Eddie asked Aunt Anne if she would organize all of his Elvis albums. Aunt Anne agreed against the advice of her older sister Alice. Alice said that Eddie should organize his own albums.
That was really great. Seems like you've gotten the hang of cancellation. You finished the word that you stuttered on completely, and then you paused and you restarted the word in a slower, easier way. Great job. Did you notice the difference? Was it easier?
Yes, definitely. It feels better when there's not as much tension.
Glad it makes a difference. So should we try a phone conversation using cancellation?
How are we going to do that? With who?
Well, I'll just go in the other room and call you on your cell phone and we'll talk.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, Scott. This is Huma. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Well, how about you?
I'm well, thanks. So, Scott, I wanted to talk to you about your Army experience. Why did you join the Army?
Well, I joined the Army when I was 18 because I wanted to be able to pay for college.
Oh, that was really smart because most people end up with so many student loans. What'd you do in the Army?
I was a radio maintenance tech. I fixed military radios.
That sounds like an interesting job.
Yes, it was.
Well, it was really nice talking to you, Scott. See you soon.
Bye.
Okay. So today you learned the cancellation technique in which you can stutter more easily by easing the tension. I want you to try it at home and also make a list of words that you find that are especially difficult for you. And next week you can practice cancellation on those words and also learn a new technique called easy onset.
Sounds like a plan.